So every committee needs to look a bit different, and every committee will look a little different based on who's on it. But there are some basic structure issues that are helpful to know about. And one is that you really need to have people designated for different tasks within the committee. So real important, the two most important positions that really every committee needs to have are a vice chair and a secretary. Now the vice chair typically is looked at like a vice president who doesn't really do anything, but it's actually a really important role. The vice chair needs to know what the committee chair, the president, is thinking, what they're driving at, what the goals are, so it's appropriate for the chair and the vice chair to meet together outside of meetings. The vice chair also should be the first person that the chair turns to whenever legwork needs to get done. Vice chair is also appropriate to use as the replacement representative for ad board if the chair can't be there. The vice chair needs to be fully equipped to do everything that the chair can do, just in case things don't work out with the chair, and that happens sometimes, so shouldn't be an argument here. The other thing is the secretary. Now the secretary is maybe, and I know this is insulting to you, but maybe the most important person on your committee, because they are the record keeper. They're the ones who keep track of what everybody talks about in their notes. They should be covering, who said what is not as important as who committed to what. If the committee commits to get something done, it's really important to put somebody in charge, and so the secretary reports who signed up for what or who was nominated for what, and then even some of the specific homework assignments that they've signed up to do. Within those meeting minutes, I'm going to have a sample available for committee chairs if you want to look at that to give your secretaries. But it's important, without the secretary, you don't even have those minutes. And without the minutes, you have no record of what's even been done. What we find on committees actually is if you don't keep a record of what all you've gotten done, it's real easy for people to feel like they haven't done anything. A good secretary will record all the work that's gotten done and hold people accountable for what they've committed to do. Those are really important things. Now, there are a lot of unofficial positions or official positions that you can create within your committee. One that I would encourage you to have is one aimed at helping you moderate conversation in the committee meeting. You need to manage time well, so there needs to be a person that you can have help you out managing the time so that you don't get too distracted by irrelevant topics. It's also good to have someone who helps you keep the conversation holy. If things get heated, if someone's being disrespectful, if someone is simply not really getting what they're there to do, it's important to have someone that you can rely on to help even out the conversation. On the business end, anytime that an initiative is adopted, anytime homework is assigned, make sure that a name is attached to it. A new ministry gets started, a new project needs to get done. Make sure that you designate in the committee who is responsible for that, whether it's one person or a team of people, and assign them however much authority you want them to have. So the better you spell all that out, the better things will operate. The main thing is to make sure that everyone feels included, but also that things get done. Something I've preached about before, and something I'll probably preach about a lot again, is this phenomenon called the diffusion of responsibility. When you have a group and then you have something that needs to get done, and you don't designate a person or two to do it, very rarely will it get done. So make sure to designate people within your committee, and make sure you're clear about what your role is too, so that the less time and energy we spend on confusion, the more time and energy we can spend on pleasing God.